We got a good one tonight for you in the MEC Power 6 Conference. It's the Butler Bulldogs at 13-6. Trying to bounce back off a tough loss at Independence last night, taking on Julius Chambers at 11-8 with a win last night against Mallard Creek, looking for back-to-back on the road here and starting to get healthy is Brian Frazier's crew. Hi everyone, Kendall Lewis, DeAndre Hunt here with you on our WCCB TV Game of the Week presented by Bahakel Sports and right here live on BahakelSports.com. Let's take a look at the MEC Power 6 standings while the starting lineups are being introduced here at Butler High School. And here's a look. North MEC, a big win at West Charlotte last night, the game that came down to the wire. They're the lone unbeaten team taking on Mallard Creek tonight. Butler and Chambers in this one. Butler at 2-3. A win tonight go a long way. Chambers trying to make some headway after the win against Mallard Creek last night. And still a long way to go as we enter the second half of MEC Power 6 conference play in Charlotte, North Carolina. The spot tonight for these two teams. Well, DeAndre, you gotta like this. The first year these two teams are in the same conference, and tonight should be a really good matchup. For the second meeting, it was a 3-point game the first time these two teams played. The QJ Young was out for Chambers. And a big difference maker that is, he's their leading scorer, a kid that missed the first half of the season. 16.5 points per ball game does QJ Young average, number 2 in orange. We'll call his name quite a bit here tonight. Well, our head coaches, Patrick King for the Butler Bulldogs. He's been doing this for quite a while. Brian Frazier on the other side for the Chambers Cougars. Chambers in the orange unis, white numbers, white letters across the front. And for Butler, they're in their home whites. Black letters, black and red trim down the side. And here we go, ready for tip-off. To jump it up, Isaiah White against Rico Jackson for Chambers. And we are underway in the second of our doubleheader tonight on BahakelSports.com. Well, Chambers trying to make it back-to-back wins. We mentioned a win against Mallard Creek last night. This is a Chambers team that's been hampered with injuries all season. In fact, Cameron Thompson is out for the season, tore his ACL, and the turnaround goes for Deontay Pryor. The first bucket of the game, a kid that transferred in from private school to play his senior year in his home district for Chambers. Well, Butler's got a ton of weapons on this offense as well. It starts with Terrence Battio. 3-ball off the mark for Ian Tomlinson. QJ Young on the step through, kicks it out. Tapped around, rebound Bulldogs. And collected in. Kellen Worthy. Tomlinson attacking, gets into the paint, kicks it, corner 3, long. Outlet pass up ahead. Pryor, coast to coast. Battio altered the shot, and a whistle and a foul came in. Take a second look at the replay.
Nice outlet pass here. And oh man, almost got a dunk going on there, or a nice layup going down there, but it got fouled from behind.
When Terrence Battio picks up the foul, that is Butler's leading scorer. And an early foul here, 1:13 into the first quarter. Deontay Pryor, this is a kid that Coach Frazier raved about earlier today. I had a chance to chat with these coaches. Pryor, been a private school kid. He transferred in. His home district was Chambers. Decided to play his final year for the Cougars.
Chambers has a nice full court press going on.
Well, Butler breaks it backside. Easy lay-in for Kellen Worthy. That's textbook for the Bulldogs. Under 6.5 minutes left to play, first quarter. MEC Power 6 conference. It's arguably the best conference in the state of North Carolina from top to bottom. QJ Young off the one bounce. Shot altered, offensive board, back up strong. Deontay Pryor again. He's got the first 5 points. DeAndre for Chambers.
Yeah, man, he got a nice rebound and then put it back up for his team, man.
Cougars up 3.
Oh, nice step through.
Tomlinson.
Oh, but it was a travel.
Shuffled the feet and traveled. Get a second look at the replay.
Just too many steps in there.
LJ Jackson controls the rock. LJ's a kid you can see at the next level in college, getting some interest.
Nice steal by Butler and
turned over. Worthy stole it. Now it's loose on the floor.
On the ball.
And a foul. That'll be the first on Butler. Each team with a foul apiece here in the first quarter. Elijah Shine and Ian Tomlinson, they'll be the primary 2 ball handlers for Butler. Oh, a dangerous pass. They get it to White, kick out 3.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
A wedgie in between the rim and the glass here in the first quarter.
It looked good as it went up.
Boy, the crowd was waiting on that one, weren't they?
Yeah.
Off the inbound 3-ball, Badio, no. Fight for the rebound. It's tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Goes back to the Cougars. Kendall Lewis, DeAndre Hunt. Here with you tonight on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Glad you're tuned in with us. QJ Young sizing up Terrence Badio. LJ Jackson dumps it inside to Pryor. Boy, Deontay Pryor.
They do not want him scoring the bucket. They get 2 on him really quickly down there.
Yeah, he was fouled. That's the second on Butler, but Pryor draws a lot of attention. He is really long. Seeing that on display with the first 5 points. They lob it at the rim for Jackson.
It's good defense.
Bulldogs make the stand there defensively. You're right, DeAndre. Off the baseline, out of bounds. 4.5 minutes left to play. First quarter on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. And this one turned over. Oh, nice move at midcourt. Numbers for the Cougars. Zion White slows it up. And now they'll run a set play. Frazier barking orders.
Oh, foul.
And nice take to the rack by LJ Jackson. Take a second look.
Takes it to the rack and draws a foul. This Chambers team, really explosive. You could tell they really want to attack downfield, down court.
Chambers, as usual, long and athletic. Those 6'4", 6'5". Wing. This is a Chambers team that lost Marcus Carr and Taurus Bowie, who were juniors last year. They transferred to 4-star rated products, so it's a lock to replace if you're Brian Frazier. But again, they've battled injuries. This is a team that is very dangerous in the 8A classification. Coast to coast, and Elijah Shine can't get it to go, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, man, he goes down there, he tries to get a nice move, gets fouled on it. Maybe would have went in if he wouldn't have got fouled. Man, this gym's atmosphere is electric right now.
Elijah Shine at the free throw line for Butler. First one pops off the side of the rim. Well, Elijah Shine and Ian Tomlinson, they will utilize those two guys. Elijah Shine, a big guard, just a 10th grader. Already at 6'3".
Makes
Goes 1 of 2 at the strike. 3-point lead for the Cougars. Less than 4 to go, first quarter. QJ Young whips a pass inside. Pryor couldn't miss the bunny from close range. All on the doorstep, he couldn't finish it. Shine on the step through, swatted out of bounds. Rejected by Zion White. That'll take us to immediate timeout. 6-3. Good ball game. First quarter action. Bahakel Sports Game of the .6-3 score. Chambers leading Butler here early. And neither team, DeAndre, has really settled in offensively, but the second time these two teams have played this year, it was Butler with a 3-point victory first time they met. But Chambers, as we mentioned, played without QJ Young. He's been their top scorer since he came back from a hand injury. Into the game now is James Vastas. He couldn't finish it from close range. So Vastas 6'7", big body for the Bulldogs inside. Boy, bullet pass, corner three. Oh, pure! Zion White, he's got a little something to say to the student section after knocking that one down. Patio glides into the paint. Might have gotten fouled, no whistle. Numbers for the Cougars. Easy lay-in on the other end for White. 11-3 start for the Cougars.
White just helped. Oh, man.
Patio had it knocked out of his hands. And a whistle and a foul from behind. Foul goes on White.
I tell you, both these teams are not shying away from defense. Still 2:30 left to go in the first quarter, and they are playing some tough defense.
It is Butler basketball with 2:38 left to play. Full court pressure coming from the Cougars. finds a shine, brings it across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Branch kicks it, throws it away. White gonna pull up for the three. Probably not the shot Coach Frazier wanted, and they come up empty. Wow, he had a wide open layup. Shine spinning down the alley, can't finish.
Chambers looking to slow the ball game down a little bit here. We got an 8-point lead.
QJ Young zips it. Open three again, Zion White. And how about this start for the Cougars? 14-3 will keep it right here with 1:48 left to play in the first quarter.
White with a nice three-pointer off the assist to give him 8 this quarter. And man, he's doing it on both ends.
He sure is. 2 made threes for Zion White here in the first quarter. And how about QJ Young, his ability to create, skipping it from the opposite wing and finding White for the open three. Well, Brian Frazier, year 11 is the head coach for Julius Chambers. They average 62 points a game. A team, as we mentioned, that has battled injuries this year. They were without QJ Young for half the year. Cameron Thompson is out for the season. Big, long 6'5" wing that would really help the Cougars. And then you think about what they lost from last year's team that made it all the way to the regional final at Lawrence Joel Coliseum before being eliminated. And 2 years ago made it to the regional semifinals before being eliminated. And then 3 years ago eliminated the regional semifinals as well. Brian Frazier just has this program as one of the top premier teams in the state. Year in and year out, they lead at 14-3, under 2 minutes left to play. Boy, Butler's really struggling against this pressure first quarter. Badio into the front court. Badio picks up his dribble. And a whistle and a foul called. 3 team fouls. Excuse me, the 4th on Julius Chambers here with 1:32 left to play. Isaiah White at the free throw line, 6'7" junior wing. Kid that you'll see at the college level as well. We got a lot of college level prospects on the floor in this game tonight as White cashes in on the first. Well, the coaching staff, Coach King really likes the improvement of Isaiah White, his program over the course of this season. And floater good. And a steal in the backcourt. Tomlinson going to bring it up this time for Butler. Tomlinson kicks it. They got to get Terrence Badio going. He's their leading scorer coming in. Tomlinson nearly slipped, kicks it out. 3-ball missed everything. 56 seconds left to play, first quarter.
Oh.
And White gets tripped up.
Talk about how far this team made it in the regionals, man. You can look at the court and just tell the culture that they have going on at Chambers. Teammates are picking each other up. They're playing on both ends.
Yeah, you love to see that as a coach. Well, Coach Frazier, he said they've had some struggles in rebounding the basketball at times this year as well. QJ Young just bullies his way to the rack to draw the contact.
Yeah, he really puts on some nice moves and then just goes in there but gets fouled.
QJ Young is long, 6'4". He's only a junior. And starting to get college interest, and it's always tough nowadays with the transfer portal affecting high school kids and their recruiting. He's a kid that's starting to get interest and get notice. Long, athletic frame. 34 seconds remaining. Butler really needs a bucket right here. Tomlinson surveys the floor. White looked at the three. He'll step into a long two. Just falls off the front of the rim. Vestas can't get it to go.
Bodies are on the ground. Travel called.
It's a travel, and it's going to stay on this end with the Bulldogs with 16 seconds remaining. Good shot fake from White. Whoa, he traveled. A shuffle of the feet. Turnover back to Chambers with 14 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
This is a very interesting choice. Chambers coaches took out Zion White when they were on defensive end. Now they have the ball back. They put him right back in.
QJ Young gets bumped out front, whistled a foul called on Kyle Nelson of the Bulldogs, his first.
Yeah, QJ was just trying to drive him, maybe to get an outlet pass, but Nelson gets in front of him a bit. And
you know what, QJ, hard to stay in front of DeAndre. There's that long, athletic, just kind of glides, and he gets a step. He's much stronger than he looks, only listed at 155 pounds. Of course, he'll continue to add weight. He's just a junior for the Cougars. And he is a kid that is, you're going to see somewhere at the college level, at some level of college basketball in a couple of years. Coach Frazier really likes this kid's upside. Rattles out. 18-5, 4 seconds. Tomlinson, floater at the buzzer. Won't go. And after one, it is all Julius Chambers. 18-5. Cougars lead it. We'll be back on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week after these messages. (18-5) lead for Chambers over Butler after the first quarter. As we come back to you to start the second on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week, presented by WCCB TV. Kendall Lewis, DeAndre Hunt, we're glad you're tuned in with us tonight from Butler High School. DeAndre, it was the Cougars show in the first quarter. And think about Deontay Pryor. He had their first 5 points, and then QJ Young got going. Zion White hit a couple of threes for the Cougars as well.
Zion White had the 8-point first quarter, and
Wow,
man,
backside, it works out for Rico Jackson. Well, he was looking to go above the rim there, but how about the little tap off the glass for 2? Heady play for Rico Jackson. Good drive to the bucket. Isaiah White couldn't finish it. Second chance. James Vestas, the senior, puts it in.
Vestas is that tough rebound and just puts it back.
Vestas is a 6'7", big body kid that comes off the bench for head coach Patrick King. Picks up his first bucket of the night. Trying to drive in, kick, extra pass, top of the key. Good ball movement by Chambers. And deep three. Again, Zion White.
This Butler offense has to wake up right now if they want to stay in this game.
Terrence Patio, tough move. Can't get it to go. QJ Young to the bucket. Soft off the window. Coast to coast for the junior. It is all Chambers right now. Patio, pull-up jumper short. Rebound Cougars. The lob up top.
Man.
Rico Jackson. 20-point Cougars lead.
Is that his second lob this quarter?
Wow, costly turnover. Chambers in transition. Off the back iron. Offensive board. Zion White for 3. Cashes in. Patrick King has seen enough. 30-7 with 5:58 left to go in the second quarter.
Chambers is on fire right now. See, White gets the pass, puts the 3 up, and man.
Just unselfish, finding each other in transition. Rico Jackson a couple of buckets, and Zion White 4 made threes, red hot in the first half for the Cougars. And this is their best start of the season in any game by far tonight. Coach Frazier emphasized, can this team start to put back-to-back wins together? Still a lot of basketball left to be played, and of course Patrick King and his coaching staff, they do an excellent job here at Butler, and you got to think that they're going to respond here in any moment. But right now the Cougars have thrown a haymaker to start this game.
Yeah, man, this Chambers offense is clicking on all cylinders at every level right now.
Well, and we talked about the injuries to this Chambers team and what they've lost. They're playing without Cameron Thompson. Coach Frazier talked a lot earlier about this is really the first or second week of the season that they have started to have a consistent lineup together, and they show a 1-2-2 full court press here coming out with that length. Butler gets it across the timeline.
Chambers is not letting up on the gas here.
Terrence Patio sets his feet from 3. It's off the mark. Butler can't buy a basket right now. QJ Young, all shifty. Can't finish off the window. Patio the rebound. Terrence Patio, coast to coast. He's fouled from behind.
Patio gets the rebound. Hasn't been able to find a bucket yet. Tries to go up there. It's fouled.
And Badio tickles the twine on the first. Terrence Badio, kid that getting college interest. He is listed at 6'2". He is a long, athletic 6'2". Got a ton of upside. 1 of 2 at the stripe that time, though. Up the floor.
No
Rico
look
Jackson
assist.
take flight. 32-8. 5:08 left to play in the first half. Shine to the bucket. Can't get it to go. Tapped around. Lob backside. Open 3 again for Zion White. This time it's off. Badio spins down the alley. All soft, smooth as silk for Terrence Badio.
I get the feeling Badio may be turning it on right now. The Butler bench is getting involved. Start some defense chants.
Good kick out. Wide open baseline. Oh, hard foul. Deontay Pryor looking to attack. It's knocked to the floor.
Yeah, he comes in hot, looking for a dunk. Gets fouled. Man, it was a hard fall, too. Glad that he's all right.
Deontay Pryor, who had the first 5 points of the game for Chambers, is at the free throw line, 6'5". Kid got a ton of upside as well. Tell you right now, DeAndre, I say it all the time, but college coaches in the Charlotte metro region and even across the border into South Carolina can make an absolute living in the city here recruiting the talent, the Charlotte metro area. And that goes for even your non-Division I schools, your Division II, Division III. Pryor, one of those kids, going to impact someone's program, I believe, as well, as he misses the free throw and it gets tapped out over the corner. 33-10 Chambers, still a lot of basketball left to play.
Yeah, I mean, whenever teams have to play games like this, on the regular in their own conference, it's hard to feel like you can't find a gym in here, and you got plenty of gyms. This conference is sparkling, honestly.
Yeah, this conference here is one of the best top to bottom. You got to kind of ignore some of the records in this league. A 7A, 8A split conference, and some of the best teams in the state in this league.
Man,
steal,
crucial turnover.
Numbers. LJ Jackson.
Ooh.
Fouled hard.
Yeah, he just comes in, tries to come inside, and just get bumped. Yeah, these are some hard fouls. These kids are tough. They are getting right back up after getting hard fouled.
LJ Jackson at the free throw line cashes in on the first. I'll tell you what, Chambers tonight looks like a team, regardless of their 1-4 record in this conference, they are dangerous. And talking with both of these coaches, Patrick King and Brian Frazier, that if they are to get in the playoffs, it could be a problem for opponents across the state. Battle tested, 35-10. We'll be back on our Bahakel Sports. It's all Chambers right now, 35-10 lead for the Cougars here with 3:50 to go in the second quarter. Kendall Lewis, DeAndre Hunt here with you. Tell you what, this is the Cougars' best start of the season tonight. They look like a team that could make a deep playoff run, at least in this first half right now. And Coach Frazier talked a lot about that earlier today, is can they find some consistency with this group after a win last night? Pressure nearly took it away. On the other end, erased. And they're going to score the basket.
Man.
Goaltending called. And they'll score it with 3:42 left to play in the first half. That was close. I thought he might have went and got it on the square, but goaltending the call. L.J. Jackson surveys the floor for the Cougars. Gets into the paint. Zion White, he's had the hot hand. Off the mark, Battios skies for the rebound.
His teammates asked him if he wanted it. He said, yes, give it to me.
Tomlinson rattles in a three, much needed for the Bulldogs. "20-point lead for the Cougars. 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Oh, through the hands, turnover.
Miscommunication.
Yep. Spot on, DeAndre. Some miscommunication between White and Pryor that time, and a turnover back to the Bulldogs. Substitution, Rico Jackson is in with 2:51 to play, second quarter.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are down by 20, but they have to know that this lead will not get evaporated if they just, keep their head down. So they got to make sure that they're attacking while they can right now before the quarter ends.
Terrence Battios surveys. Shine, he'll set his feet from three. Off the side of the rim. Outlet pass, here come the Cougars. Elijah Greer into the paint. Gets trapped up behind the backboard. Turnover.
Greer was dribbling around. He definitely thought he seen something.
Yeah, just got on that baseline, got trapped behind the backboard and nowhere to go. A little bit of momentum for Butler if they can capitalize on the made three from Tomlinson a moment ago, but last touch by the Bulldogs and out of bounds. Nice spin. QJ Young, no look. Rico Jackson kick out. Zion White on the turnaround, it rattles out. Big rebound by Tomlinson. Throws it away. Turnover. Back to White on the other end. It's tapped off of the fingertips of Worthy, who was on the baseline. It'll stay on this end with the Cougars. Hey, that's a heady tip by Michael Curtis, who just tapped it right off a Bulldog. And L.J. Jackson driving, draws the foul. We'll take a second look.
Yeah, he just drove in, willing to get ready to get that foul. There's a lot of contact here in this game, man. These two teams are being chippy despite it being a 20-point game.
First one's up and through. And Patrick King pleading his case with the official right now. He's not happy about something. Coach King does a great job with his Butler program. I tell you what, Butler has had some really good teams over the years. Go back to a couple of years ago, they had Tyler Showalter, who was one of the most electric guards in the Charlotte metro area. Big three, much needed. Ari Branch, and they've got it, the deficit below 20 with 1:12 to go, second quarter.
Something that you definitely like to see as a coach is White in the first quarter. He got that fast break opportunity, stopped and put up a three just a few moments ago. He took it in. He took it in the paint. He drove.
37-18. We'll keep it right here with 107 left to play. There's a look at the MEC Power 6 conference standings. Win tonight be big for both of these teams. Independence at 3-2. North MEC beat West Charlotte last night 69-64 in a thrilling finish. And they are the lone unbeaten at the top of this conference right now. West Charlotte, of course, 4-1, of course, and will be a problem in the 8A playoffs this year as well. This league, wow. About as good as it gets. And even Mallard Creek, you look at the record, it's 6-13. That is a dangerous Mallard Creek team this year as well, that have taken a couple of teams down to the wire and still searching for their first conference victory. 107 left to play, first half. QJ Young, good find inside. Oh,
turnover.
Pryor trying to kick it back out, throws it over the head of Young and out of bounds. Catch and shoot from three. It's good.
Butler is really utilizing this momentum change right now. Gotten a couple threes to fall for him right here.
Kellen Worthy, a big three, and all of a sudden there's a little bit of life here in this building. LJ Jackson into the paint. He traveled.
And yeah, he just comes in, tries to take it in the paint, but feet still moving after that drive.
I'll tell you what, 29 seconds left in the second quarter. If you can score right here, if you're Butler, if you're Patrick King, you got to feel good about maybe having this thing down to 13 or 14 heading into the locker room. Shine with 8 seconds surveys the floor. He's bumped and fouled. .3 seconds now. It'll be a sideline out of bounds for the Bulldogs.
These are some very hard fouls. See what the Bulldogs do off the inbound.
They get it to Patio. Patio lets it go. Short. Second attempt. No good. Wouldn't have counted. 37-21. 16-point lead for Chambers here at halftime on our Bay. 37-21, Chambers leads Butler here at halftime on our WCCB Game of the Week presented by Bahakel Sports. Kendall Lewis, DeAndre Hunt, we're glad you're tuned in with us tonight from wherever you may be on BahakelSports.com. Chambers led it 35-10. How about an 11-2 run by Butler to end the first half? So a little bit of momentum if you're the Bulldogs, but Chambers a commanding 16-point lead right now here at the break. Our feature this week is from the Concord Spiders girls head coach Nye Hammonds, where Jack Taylor has more.
Coach Nye Hammonds, thank you for having us out here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You're obviously an alumni here. You played at UNC Charlotte. You played at 6 different countries in 6 years in the pros. Just a really illustrious career that has brought you right back here full circle.
Yes, sir. It's been really special, a full circle moment for sure. Definitely was not expecting it, but I'm very grateful to be here.
Were you approached for it? Did you reach out to them? How did that kind of come about?
I've actually had quite a few interviews, but this year was my first time getting an opportunity. Last year I was assistant coach. I guess they seen that I was a great asset to the team, so they asked me to be the head coach this year.
I mean, I would imagine they would see that your playing career alone at Concord. You had 1,000 career points your junior year, the state championship run. Talk about how special that time was for you and kind of what you took away from all of it.
Looking back on it now, it feels even more like special. Trying to get my players to understand the grind and the hard work that went into that. But it was an amazing time. Some of those players are still my really good friends to this day. My coach also from that team has been a tremendous mentorship for me. So it's been awesome.
So you've obviously had your time at Concord High School. You've played collegiately, professionally, overseas. Who is it that you've pulled from the most now that you've kind of tried to build who you are as a coach?
My high school coach has been phenomenal. She's been to a few games, texting me some things, trying to help me out. I also have 2 of my players that was on the state championship team with me. They're also my assistant coaches. So I have 4 tremendous assistant coaches that help me out. We kind of feed off each other. We all bring something different to the table. So it works out very well. It's a very good balance.
It's 37-21, Chambers leading Butler here at halftime on our WCCB Game of the Week presented by Bahakel Sports. Let's take a look at the highlights in the first half. Rico Jackson, all 6 of his points came in the second quarter. Butler found a little bit of momentum. They ended the first half on an 11-2 run to trim the deficit from 25 down to 16. I think, DeAndre, if you're Patrick King and the Butler coaching staff, you obviously don't like the start, but you've got to feel a little bit better about yourself ending the second quarter on that run to at least give yourself a chance here to start the second half.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Chambers came out throwing with some big punches, man. They had lobs in there, they had threes in there, they had deep twos, they had all of it, and to end off on that 11-2 run, if you're Butler, that's very important to come back.
A lot of basketball left to be played. 37-21, our halftime score. Second half on the way after these messages. (37-21), 16-point lead for Chambers over Butler here at halftime. But Butler, as we mentioned, found some momentum. It started with this three right here from Ian Tomlinson to get it going. And they ended the second quarter on an 11-2 run. And we are ready for the second half to begin. Branch hit a big three, and then Kellen Worthy. Those three guys with 3 threes down the stretch. A quick burst of 9 points. And now we're ready to start the second half. DeAndre, I think it's important that Butler will have the basketball first. If they can maybe strike first to begin this third quarter. You're not going to get it all back at once, but I'm sure if you're Patrick King and staff, you set little goals here that maybe can we get the thing under 10 points midway through this third quarter and then chip away that way. Shine, tough bucket, right on cue. They strike first to start the third quarter.
He would score inside the second quarter, and so they definitely want to get him going, and he starts hot right there.
Oh, good find underneath. Chambers answers. It's L.J. Jackson off a cut. Elijah Shine trying to drive on Rico Jackson. He traveled.
Foul. Travel.
(39-23). Chambers with a 16-point lead. Well, Rico Jackson, number 1 in orange. He had all 6 of his points in the second quarter for Chambers. QJ Young surveys the floor. Young lost the rock. Right into the hands of Tomlinson, coast to coast. He missed the lay-in.
Good. The rebound is got by his team, and
White lays it in, plus the foul. Isaiah White, a chance at 3.
Gets a crucial rebound and puts it back over 2 defenders and draws the foul. Opportunity for an and 1 here. And Butler needs it.
He was a little bit quiet offensively in the first half for Butler. Tickles the twine and completes the 3-point play. Deficit down to 13, what once was a 25-point lead for Chambers. Zion White gives it up. Rico Jackson, corner 3, you betcha. Rico Jackson with 9 points in the ball game. That's a big answer by Rico Jackson and the Cougars. Shine gets into the paint. Oh, sweet finish off the glass.
Shine was very patient with that one right there.
Just kind of navigated his way through traffic, didn't he?
Yeah.
14-point lead for the Bulldogs. QJ Young, he slipped again. He traveled. That's a couple of slips. I tell you what, they're going to have to wipe the floor up on that end.
These players are indeed slipping a lot.
They don't have someone out there, because if your Chambers pleading for that spot to be mopped up, that's the second time we've seen Cougars slip and Butler turns it over. Wow. That's a costly turnover if you're the Bulldogs. Their door was wide open. Tomlinson up the floor to Shine. Coast to coast Shine on the step through, and he finishes.
He has 6 points this quarter. Sean is trying to mount this comeback for his team.
All of a sudden, we've got a 12-point game. Zion White for 3.
Does not go.
Off the back iron, big rebound by Elijah Shine. Tomlinson, he'll pull it from deep. Oh, big rebound, Rico Jackson skied for it. QJ Young sizing up Tomlinson. Tomlinson got his hand in there. White with the steal. Goes up. Patrick King wants a foul. He won't get it. Patrick King's beside himself. He thought there was body contact. Let's take a second look.
Definitely looked like there may have been a little bit of a foul there, but instead.
And they do whistle a foul. It looked as if the backside official came in and made the foul call. Patrick King, I think he nearly walked out into the lobby area, and the backside official came in and blew the whistle for the foul. And Isaiah White is at the free throw line.
4th point this quarter.
How about this? What was a 35-10 lead? Is now a 10-point game. Butler is chipping away, folks. Thank you to those that have tuned in tonight. And if your friends left the broadcast earlier, tell them to tune back in. We got a ball game here at Butler High School, and a whistle and a foul comes in on the Bulldogs.
It is White ball, White Butler ball. There's a bit of confusion there on the court.
Yeah, it is Butler basketball. Shine.
Oh,
trying
man.
to thread the needle there and turn it over. Catch and shoot three.
Oh.
QJ Young.
Wide
Long
open.
rebound. Tracked down by the Bulldogs. LJ Jackson. Shifty surveys the floor.
It's a tough
That
point.
patio. For Butler, they need to get him going. Terrence Battio, their leading scorer at 16 and a half.
Only has 5 this game. Taps that ball out there.
And now a timeout. Chambers. Butler is back in it. 10-point game, 44-34. We'll be right back on BahakelSports.com. Ten-point lead for Chambers, but it is dwindling down here. Butler, going back to when this was a 35-10 lead for Chambers in the second quarter, is on a 24-9 run. This is like the tale of two halves here, DeAndre, for the Butler Bulldogs.
Yeah, for sure. Chambers did not come out striking as they did in the first half, and so that's allowed Butler this window of opportunity, and they are jumping through the window.
Get it in the hands of QJ Young. I think got to keep it in QJ's hands. He was creating, really facilitating in that first quarter when they jumped out early, getting everybody involved. Young surveys the floor. Bullets a pass. Rico Jackson down the baseline. Wild shot. Shine the rebound. Battio in transition. Battio. Tough move. Terrence Battio. Deficit down to single digits.
That's now 2 tough buckets, low J's from Battio.
Zion White in the corner. Down the baseline, draws the foul.
That's a bit of bad news for Butler as Battio is now on his 3rd foul. Goes up, gets Zion just a little bit in the face. White makes the first one.
Pure stroke on the first for Zion White. He's only a junior. He's 6'4". A lot of these guys, as Coach Frazier was talking about earlier today, that they have had to take on big roles. Second one's up and good. The kids that returned off the regional final team from last year, a lot of them were role guys. This year having to take on and learn to be stars in one of the best conferences in the state. Fortuitous bounce, back to Shine. He lays it in, plus the foul. Are you kidding me?
That is
My goodness.
That is not 8 points for Shine. He goes in there and gets it done himself after the ball kind of got tipped away from number 12.
I mean, talk about a generous bounce. Well, White lost it. It was tipped right back to Shine, and then he absorbs the contact. 7-point game in what once was a 25-point Chambers lead. Oh, good drop-off inside. Pryor lays it in through contact.
That was tough. That might have even been a foul there.
Shine surveys the floor. Isaiah White kicks it, finds the open shooter. Bounces around the rim for Malik Bloomfield, who just checked in. And out of bounds, it's going to stay with the Bulldogs on this end.
Man, oh man, Chambers is not letting up on this lead easily. Bulldogs have chipped away, but it's not come easily for them.
Badio surveys, pulls up. Badio can't get it to roll. Just pops off the front of the rim.
This gym is alive.
Dump it inside. Rico Jackson missed the bunny. Second chance, tapped around. Badio has it. Terrence Badio with numbers. Badio,
good block.
And Zion White rejects it out of nowhere.
Badio gets the ball coming down court, and Zion White out of nowhere blocks it.
I tell you what, that is a great help side block by Zion White. Well, Terrence Badio made a great move to get to the rim. And now there's some bumping and chatter going on after the block, and the officials are going to talk over something here.
These officials are earning their money's worth right now, man. They are having to make some tough calls right now. I do not envy them.
Whistle and a foul. Off ball underneath.
Butler inbounds the ball. Pass down low.
Estes gets the bucket. Butler within 7 and 30 seconds to play, third quarter. Crowd on their feet. QJ Young has the shot altered. Boy, trying to torque his body in there and finish it off glass, couldn't do so. Game clock at 9. Badio to the cup. Badio can't finish. Vastus gets it. James Vastus at the horn. Good if it goes. Zion White to end the third quarter. They're going to score it 51-43. 8 minutes to decide a winner here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. It's 51-43 as we come back to you on our WCCB Game of the Week presented by BahakelSports.com. How about this dramatic finish to end the third quarter? Zion White at the buzzer, a much-needed three for Chambers. They were leaking all. DeAndre Butler had pulled within 5 just seconds before that three. And we got an 8-point game to start the fourth quarter. Chambers is led by as many as 25 points in this ball game, 35-10, going back early second quarter. Looked as if things were going to get out of hand for Butler, trailing 35-10, but they have clawed their way back in this ball game. Get your popcorn ready here in the fourth. Elijah Greer is in the game now for Chambers. QJ Young surveys the floor. Young shuffled the feet and traveled.
Butler's defense is now locking in and taking control. I mean, they allowed that 35-10 run for the first half, and man, their defense has been good this half.
Shine to the bucket, swatted away by Zion White. Right in the hands of Vastus.
Second monster block by him.
Dangerous pass, three on the way, off the side of the rim, and Rico Jackson gets tied up. Knocked to the floor. Possession arrow is going to keep it on this end with Butler. So lob it inside to Badio. Badio dribbling around the top, kicks it out, open three, off the side of the rim. Rebound pulled in by Greer, lead feet ahead, and the bucket. Deontay Pryor runs the floor for two. Isaiah White, pull up Jay. A whistle and a foul called on Isaiah White. Checking into the game is Ian Tomlinson. QJ Young surveys the floor. 6.5 minutes left to play in the ball game. Oh, good shot fake. Down the baseline, big block by Isaiah White.
This is a nice pass, outlet pass there, but Isaiah White gets faked out and then comes back with a monster block, another one. And you love to see these kind of games where both teams have players who are doing it on both ends.
Greer gets it to QJ Young. Nowhere to go. Nearly threw it away. Greer does. Numbers for Butler. Patio to the bucket. Can't finish.
Trying to go over two.
Ooh. Bodies hitting the deck all over.
White is still
Isaiah
down.
White and Rico Jackson collide. Baseline out of bounds. Chambers with 5:46 left to play. Get it into Rico Jackson.
Zion White with a three.
White spins out the three. Tomlinson up the floor, Badio. Kicks it. Isaiah White thought about it. Passed up on the three. Shine in the paint, gets fouled.
Son goes in. He's really good with those fakes. Has three on him, draws a foul.
Well, Elijah Shine is only a 10th grader, folks. We mentioned he is a strong kid for a sophomore in high school. Isaiah White's going to come off the floor. And Butler gets Kellen Worthy in, who's another sophomore. I'll tell you what, Patrick King and this coaching staff, they got it coming here at Butler. This sophomore class, really good. And you throw in Branch, who's a junior, Bloomfield, who's a junior. Well, they will have to replace Terrence Badio. And of course, James Vastus, who's also a senior. Butler gets the rebound, but then has it taken away. And a timeout here with 5:19. We'll keep it right here. Julius Chambers on the other end, trying to make it back-to-back wins. Had a win last night, their first conference win against Mallard Creek last night, having to play back-to-backs. And the referee has thrown out a fan here at Butler High School here at the timeout. And I'm not sure what was said, but the officials have thrown out a fan. He's being escorted out right now.
Yeah, man, this 10-point game is getting real chippy, man. The fans are loving it. The fans are, saying some things, and on the court, you see it in the play. I mean, right there, Isaiah White, he got hurt.
Well, and it's a big game tonight too. These two coaches, we talked with the coaches earlier that this is a pivotal game in the MEC Power 6 standings tonight. And you look at North MEC, they're the only unbeaten after winning at West Charlotte last night. West Charlotte 4-1, and then Independence at 3-2, and then these two. But when you look at the rankings, Julius Chambers 13th in the state in 8A, and they're 1-4 in this conference. This is how good the MEC Power 6 is this year. And they played one of the top strength of schedules in the state as well.
A little bit of confusion on the court.
It is Chambers basketball. Butler sets up their press, kick ball. Patrick King wanted to travel, but say LJ Jackson was fouled. LJ Jackson surveys the floor. Runner good. Soft. Lead back up to 12 for Chambers.
Good, smart basketball there with that runner.
Butler got it to 5. Can they chip away again? Counted in the foul. Sweet pass, Worthy through contact. And how about the drop off from Ari Branch? And Butler completes the three-point play. Deficits back down to 9 with 4:46. Do the Bulldogs have enough in the tank for one last run? Dangerous pass, nearly picked off. And then it is. Tomlinson on the steal. Floats it up, can't get it to go. Right into the hands of Isaiah White. 7-point game. Chambers struggling with his pressure. Oh, and a whistle and a foul comes in.
These fouls are these fouls are not going well for Butler. Butler seems to be shooting himself in the foot a bit here. 7-point game. Just need to be a bit cleaner on defense.
QJ Young the lob. Rico Jackson blocked and a foul. Take a second look
at that amazing lob. Man. Like I said,
QJ's been really good at finding Rico Jackson, whether it be lobs at the rim. Rico Jackson is a kid that was at Ballantyne Ridge last year. And he actually won the CMS dunk contest last year. This is a high flyer. He had a couple of dunks in the first half. Rattles off on the second free throw.
Goes 1 for 3 there. 1 for 2 there, excuse me.
Tomlinson surveys the floor. Gets into the paint, double clutches, can't get the roll. Loose on the floor, picked up by Worthy, and a timeout burned by Patrick King and the Butler Bulldogs.
That was a very well timed.
We'll keep it right here with 3:48. Actually, we'll take the media here on BahakelSports.com. (56-48), 8-point lead for Julius Chambers with 3:48 left to play. You'll look inside of the Butler Bulldogs huddle. Patrick King, we mentioned, does a great job with this program. They have battled back in this one tonight. Really good coaching staff, including Chris Kuhn, who has been here in this program as well with Coach King. I enjoyed talking with Coach Kuhn earlier before this one. Today, he's been heavily involved in the AAU circuit and, of course, has been on Patrick King's staff. They've had some great teams here. We talk about Tyler Showalter a couple of years ago. One of the better players in the city going back a few years ago. They've had some really good talent, of course. Program that is trying to figure it out here the second half of the season. Kendall Lewis, DeAndre Hunt with you on BahakelSports.com. Catch and shoot three. Bloomfield can't knock it down. Boy, that would have been big, and it dropped for Butler. Young at the top, gives it up to Rico Jackson. Young, soft floater.
Does not go for him, though.
Tomlinson, the outlet to Badio, and a foul. And that's on Rico Jackson. Third team foul on Chambers here with 3:05. Could get interesting here if they get into the bonus, DeAndre, down the stretch. 14 fouls on Butler.
Oh, man.
Foul's going to be on L.J. Jackson. That's the fourth on Chambers.
Yeah, Butler's about to enter that bonus if they get another foul. This game has been chippy all the way through, and I don't expect for this last 3:05 to go without a foul.
Isaiah White attacking, a change of hands and a finish. 6-point game. TJ Young pressured in the backcourt, gets it across the timeline. Young pulls it away, under 3 to play. Zion White dribbling around. There's a foul off ball. And that's the 5th on Butler, so free throws coming for Deontay Pryor and Chambers.
Poorly timed foul.
First one pops out. Oh, these are big here. Going to be a chess match. This final 2:30. Second one up and good for Pryor. Lead back up to 7. Tomlinson struggling to get it in. They have to burn a timeout. Butler trying to find one last haymaker here in the tank with 2:30 left to play. Let's go back to those conference standings. This is what's at stake here tonight. Butler could pick up their 3rd conference win of the season. Chambers with a win here would move into a tie for 4th place in the conference with Butler. Butler won the first meeting by 3 points at Chambers a few weeks ago. North Mac at Mallard Creek tonight, and then West Charlotte and Independence. That's an interesting matchup tonight. Remember, West Charlotte lost a tough one last night at home against North Mac, and Independence is a team that really good, 11-7 on the year, one of the best non-conference schedules in the state. And they took North Mac to the wire on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week last Friday night. Inbound goes to Terrence Badio, Butler. Tomlinson calls a play here with 2:18. Badio just dribbled it off his foot out of bounds.
Butler's got to get back to that press defense here.
QJ Young loses the rock.
Ball.
Quickly get it to Terrence Badio here with 2:04 to go. Badio to the cup, can't finish.
Down to less than 2 minutes here. 7-point game.
Still plenty of time.
Nice trap there. Looks like Chambers called a timeout.
They'll burn one right here with 1:43 exactly on the game clock. Now, Brian Frazier, year 11 as the head coach at Julius Chambers High School. This is a team that lost a ton from last year, as we mentioned. And they have had their struggles this year. They battled some injuries. And Butler trying to bounce back after a 20-point loss to the rival in Independence last night. And this is a Butler team that's been really good this year as well. Got off to a really slow start tonight. And, of course, Chambers red hot to start the game. Went up 35-10. Had a 25-point lead in the second quarter. And Butler cut it to 5 back in the third quarter, 48-43, and it's kind of been back and forth, DeAndre, ever since that point. Chambers trying to hang on and get a road win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that 25-10, start to the game. I mean, a viewer clicking in right now, they probably wouldn't even notice that, they started off that. They wouldn't even be able to tell because the way Butler's been able to stick it through just with this 7-point deficit.
Well, and then you think about the 11-2 run that Butler made to end the second quarter and get it to 16. They kind of chipped away in the third quarter. 1:43 left to play in the fourth quarter. 57-50. Chambers can try and eat some of this clock out here with 1:37. They get it to White. Easy bucket inside. Inbound goes to Badio down the near sideline.
White has played a very good game for his team. The reason why they're inside this position now. Badio
gives it up. Elijah Shine can't get the reverse to go. Rebound off to Rico Jackson and Chambers. Butler's going to have to think about fouling now. 58 seconds. Pull it, feed, reverse. QJ Young. That might have been the dagger there with 50 seconds left. 11-point lead. Badio left it short. They got a foul now, 38 seconds. And they foul QJ Young driving in. And Chambers
Young's first free throw, up and good.
Looks as if they're going to finish it off here on the road as QJ leaves the second one short, but an offensive rebound. Isaiah White, a block with 31 seconds. Butler got a push in a hurry. White down the alley, scored in the foul. And Isaiah White will have a chance at 3, but might be too little too late. 22 seconds left. Couple of substitutions. Malik Bloomfield in for the final 22 seconds here for Butler. Shot up and good. Chambers trying to burn it out. And Butler will still foul here with 15 seconds. So Chambers, who entered the game tonight looking for back-to-back wins, is going to find it here on the road. As the first free throw is up and good for Zion White. And Brian Frazier's crew, who let the big lead slip a little bit, give Butler credit for battling back. Tomlinson, he'll hit a 3 with 4 seconds. 3.9, but that is going to do it. Chambers has a date with Independence on Tuesday night. That could be interesting. There's a look at Chambers' next 4 games. Whew. Talk about a tough conference slate coming up. It doesn't get easy in this league, but Independence, North Mac, and West Charlotte, the top 3 teams in the conference, are on Chambers' schedule over the course of the next 3 games. Well, they do have Independence and North Mac at home next week. I'll tell you what, Chambers, though, is a team, and we saw it tonight, DeAndre, that 13th in the state right now in 8A rankings, and they have played without guys all year. They're finally starting to get a consistent rotation.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to imagine a team like this getting beat, you know, playing like this on a nightly basis with a healthy rotation. Oh, man.
Into Rico Jackson. He has it stolen from behind. And that's the ball game. 64-56. Julius Chambers with the victory on the road here at Butler. And give the Bulldogs credit. They battled back from 25 down and cut it to 5. But Chambers hangs on. They pick up their second conference victory of the season, and back-to-back wins for Brian Frazier's crew. For Kendall Lewis, DeAndre Hunt, our producer Brady Pugh, and the rest of our WCCB TV crew, this has been a Bahakel Sports production. We say so long and good night from Butler High School.